There is one important truth that many people over 40 often overlook. Cardiovascular problems usually do not appear overnight. They can develop silently over many years, starting with small changes inside the body, blood pressure gradually rising, cholesterol levels becoming unbalanced, blood sugar becoming harder to manage, blood vessels becoming less flexible, body weight increasing, and low-grade inflammation lasting over time. The difficult part is that, in the early stages, your body may not give clear warning signs. You may still live normally, work normally, and eat the same way every day. But inside, your heart and blood vessels may be under more pressure than you realize. That is why, after the age of 40, taking care of your cardiovascular health should not begin only when symptoms appear. It should begin with small daily choices, especially the choices you make in your meals. Food is not a substitute for medical care. No single food can clean your blood vessels overnight, and no food can completely protect your heart on its own. However, nutrition science suggests that a diet rich in fiber, healthy fats, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and high-quality protein may help support blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, weight management, and overall vascular health. In today's video, MO Health will share 10 foods that may support cardiovascular health after the age of 40. The goal is not only to know what to eat, but also to understand why these foods may be helpful for your body. Before we begin, please remember, this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment from a doctor or qualified healthcare professional. If you have an existing medical condition, are taking medication, or follow a special diet, please consult your healthcare provider before making major changes to your diet. Now, let's begin with the first food. The first food is fatty fish. Examples include salmon, sardines, mackerel, herring, anchovies, and some other cold water fish. The key nutritional feature of fatty fish is its content of omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA. These are two types of polyunsaturated fats that have been widely studied in relation to cardiovascular health. Omega-3s may support the body in several ways. They are associated with supporting healthy blood lipid levels, supporting normal cell function, and helping the body maintain a balanced inflammatory response. For the cardiovascular system, this matters because healthy blood vessels need more than just good blood flow. They also need flexibility, stability, and proper function. After the age of 40, many people tend to eat more red meat, fried foods, or processed foods. When eaten too often, these foods may make the diet higher in saturated fat, sodium, and excess calories. Replacing some of those foods with fatty fish may be a more heart-friendly choice. However, the benefits of fish depend greatly on how it is prepared. If fish is deep-fried, heavily breaded, or served with sauces that are high in salt or sugar, it may no longer be the best option. Better cooking methods include steaming, baking, grilling, light pan searing, making soup, or preparing it with less salt. A simple meal could include steamed mackerel, boiled green vegetables, a small portion of brown rice, and a light dipping sauce. Another option is grilled salmon with salad, broccoli, and sweet potato. If salmon is too expensive, you do not have to choose salmon. Sardines, mackerel, and herring are also good options to consider. The key is to view fatty fish as part of a balanced diet, not as a miracle food. When eaten appropriately, fatty fish may help support heart and blood vessel health after the age of 40. Food number 2 is oats. Oats are well known for their soluble fiber, especially beta-glucan. This type of fiber can form a gel-like substance in the digestive tract. Because of this property, soluble fiber may help slow the absorption of certain nutrients and support healthy cholesterol management as part of a balanced diet. For people over 40, cholesterol is an important health marker to pay attention to. When cholesterol levels remain unbalanced over a long period of time, vascular health may be affected. That is why increasing fiber-rich foods can be an important nutrition strategy. Oats can also help you feel full for longer. This may be helpful for people who want to manage their weight, especially belly fat after 40. Belly fat is not only about appearance. It is also related to metabolism, blood sugar, blood pressure, and cardiovascular health. A bowl of oats in the morning may help you start the day in a steadier way compared with sweet pastries, fried foods, or sugary coffee. You can eat oats with unsweetened milk, unsweetened plant-based milk, bananas, apples, cinnamon, chia seeds, or a small amount of berries. Try to limit condensed milk, white sugar, sweet syrups, or heavy cream. A simple recipe is oats cooked with water or unsweetened milk, topped with half a banana, a small amount of chia seeds, and a few apple slices. This meal is easy to prepare and provides fiber, steady energy, and a lasting feeling of fullness. Oats do not directly clean blood vessels, but when eaten regularly as part of a healthy diet, oats may help support cholesterol, weight management, and overall cardiovascular health over time. Food number 3 is leafy green vegetables. Examples include spinach, kale, bok choy, watercress, lettuce, broccoli, and cabbage. Leafy greens provide fiber, potassium, magnesium, folate, vitamin K, and beneficial plant compounds. This food group is very important in a heart-supportive eating pattern. The fiber in green vegetables helps support digestion, increases fullness, and may help control overall calorie intake. Potassium and magnesium are minerals that play important roles in muscle function, nerve function, and blood pressure regulation. Plant compounds in leafy greens may also help the body manage oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is a state of imbalance between free radicals and the body's protective systems. When this condition continues over time, it may affect cells, including the cells that line the blood vessels. After 40, many people eat too few vegetables but too many refined carbohydrates, salty foods, and fried foods. This habit is not ideal for weight control, blood pressure, or metabolic health. A simple way to improve your meals is to follow this principle: make half of your plate vegetables. You do not need to follow an extreme diet. Simply increase the amount of vegetables in each meal. Reduce fried foods, use less salty dipping sauce, and choose healthier protein sources. For example, instead of eating a large plate of rice with salty braised meat, you can reduce the rice slightly and add boiled vegetables, vegetable soup, and steamed fish or tofu. Leafy green vegetables are not only low in calories, they also make meals richer in micronutrients, support digestion, and may help maintain cardiovascular health over time. Food number 4 is berries. Examples include blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and cranberries. Berries often have deep colors because they contain polyphenols and anthocyanins. These are plant compounds with antioxidant activity, and they have been studied in relation to vascular and metabolic health. One notable benefit of berries is that they provide natural sweetness along with fiber. This makes them different from candy, soda, or high-sugar desserts. When you eat whole fruits, the fiber helps slow sugar absorption compared with fruit juice or sweetened drinks. For people over 40, managing blood sugar and body weight is very important. A snack made from whole fruit is usually a better choice than sugary snacks, refined carbohydrates, and low-nutrient desserts. You can eat berries with oats, unsweetened yogurt, or as a light dessert. If berries are hard to find or too expensive, you can replace them with more common fruits such as apples, guava, grapefruit, oranges, kiwi, or papaya. The important thing is to choose whole fruits instead of sugary fruit juice. One small note: even though fruit is healthy, it should still be eaten in a reasonable amount. Eating too much of any food can increase your total calorie intake. Berries are not a treatment for heart disease, but because they provide fiber, vitamins, and antioxidant compounds, they can be a helpful part of a diet that supports vascular health. Food number 5 is beans and legumes. Examples include lentils, black beans, red beans, mung beans, chickpeas, peas, soybeans, and kidney beans. Beans and legumes provide plant-based protein, fiber, minerals, and slow-digesting carbohydrates. This food group fits well into a diet that supports cardiovascular and metabolic health. One strength of beans is that they help you feel full while usually containing less saturated fat than many processed meats. When you replace part of fatty meat, sausages, bacon, or fast food with bean-based dishes, your overall meal may become lighter and more nutrient-dense. The fiber in beans may also support digestion, help with cholesterol management, and support steadier blood sugar after meals. You can use beans in many ways: bean soup, bean porridge, chickpea salad, vegetable bean stew, or simply adding beans to meals with rice and vegetables. However, be careful with canned beans, because some products may contain a lot of sodium. If you use canned beans, choose low-sodium options when possible, or rinse them with water before cooking. Some people may feel bloated when they first start eating beans. The best approach is to begin with a small amount, chew well, and increase gradually over time. If you have kidney disease or are following a special diet from your doctor, ask a healthcare professional before eating large amounts of beans. For healthy individuals, beans and legumes are affordable, nutrient-rich foods that may support cardiovascular health after 40. Food number 6 is nuts and seeds. Examples include almonds, walnuts, cashews, pistachios, chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds. Nuts and seeds contain unsaturated fats, fiber, plant-based protein, magnesium, and antioxidant compounds. This is why they often appear in heart-friendly eating patterns. The unsaturated fats in nuts and seeds can be a better choice than saturated fats from some fried or processed foods. In addition, the fiber and protein in nuts and seeds help increase fullness, which may help reduce unhealthy snacking. After 40, many people have the habit of eating cookies, chips, sweets, or fried snacks in the afternoon. Instead, a small handful of unsalted nuts may be a more reasonable choice. But the most important point is portion size. Nuts and seeds are nutrient-rich, but they are also high in calories. If you eat too much, they can increase your total daily calorie intake. So, use a moderate amount, such as a small handful, and choose unsalted, unsweetened, and non-fried options. Chia seeds and flax seeds can be added to oats, yogurt, smoothies, or salads. Walnuts and almonds can be used as a snack. You do not need to eat many types of nuts at once. Just use the right amount and use them to replace less healthy snacks. Nuts and seeds are not disease-curing foods, but when eaten in moderation, they may help build a more heart-friendly diet. Food number 7 is olive oil and avocado. These are two sources of monounsaturated fats, a type of fat often mentioned in heart-supportive diets, especially Mediterranean-style eating patterns. A common misunderstanding is that if you want a healthy heart, you must avoid all fats. In reality, the body still needs fat to build cell membranes, absorb certain vitamins, and maintain many biological functions. The real issue is the type of fat and the amount you use. Unsaturated fats from olive oil, avocado, nuts, and fish may be better choices than saturated fats or trans fats from some fried foods, industrial baked goods, and processed foods. Olive oil can be used for salad dressing, drizzled lightly over vegetables, or used in moderate temperature cooking. Avocado can be eaten with whole grain bread, added to salads, or used as part of a healthy breakfast. However, olive oil and avocado are still high in energy, so using more does not always mean better. A reasonable approach is to use a small amount of olive oil instead of animal fat, butter, or creamy sauces. With avocado, a few slices in a salad or a small portion in a meal may be enough. For example, you can make a green salad with a few slices of avocado, a small spoon of olive oil, lemon juice, and a small amount of nuts. This meal is rich in fiber, healthy fats, and natural micronutrients. Olive oil and avocado cannot protect the heart by themselves, but they may help improve the quality of fats in your diet when used properly. Food number 8 is garlic. Garlic is a familiar seasoning, but it is also discussed in nutrition because it contains natural sulfur compounds, including allicin, which forms when garlic is chopped, crushed, or minced. Some compounds in garlic have been studied for their possible relationship with vascular health, inflammatory response, and oxidative stress. However, it is important to understand this correctly. Garlic is a supportive food in the diet, not a medical treatment. Garlic does not replace blood pressure medication. Garlic does not replace cholesterol medication. Garlic does not treat heart disease. And you should not stop taking medication just because you eat garlic. The practical value of garlic in meals is that it naturally improves flavor. When food tastes better with garlic, onions, herbs, and natural spices, you may be able to reduce the amount of salt, fish sauce, soy sauce, or heavy sauces you use. This is important because eating too much salt over time may not be good for blood pressure. You can use garlic in lightly stir-fried vegetables, steamed fish, soups, bean stews, or homemade tomato sauce. However, some people should be careful. If you are taking blood-thinning medication, preparing for surgery, have serious stomach problems, or are using high-dose garlic supplements, ask your doctor first. So, garlic can be a valuable seasoning in a healthy diet, but it should not be promoted as a treatment for disease. Food number 9 is tomatoes. Tomatoes contain plenty of water, vitamin C, potassium, fiber, and especially lycopene, a carotenoid that gives tomatoes their red color. Lycopene is an antioxidant compound that has been widely studied in relation to cell health and cardiovascular health. Tomatoes are also low in calories, easy to eat, and easy to combine with many meals. After 40, increasing colorful vegetables is a simple way to add different micronutrients and plant compounds to your diet. Each color in natural foods often represents different groups of beneficial compounds. Tomatoes can be used in salads, soups, stews, homemade sauces, or eaten with eggs, fish, and green vegetables. However, you should distinguish fresh tomatoes from processed tomato products. Ketchup, canned tomato sauces, or industrial sauces may contain added sugar, salt, and additives. If used frequently, they may not be suitable for people who need to manage blood pressure, body weight, or blood sugar. A better choice is to use fresh tomatoes or make tomato sauce at home. You can cook tomatoes with garlic, onions, a small amount of olive oil, and herbs. This sauce can be used with fish, beans, vegetables, or whole grain pasta. Tomatoes do not directly clean blood vessels, but because they provide fiber, potassium, vitamins, and lycopene, they can be a valuable part of a heart-supportive diet. Food number 10, or more accurately, drink number 10, is green tea. Green tea contains polyphenols, especially catechins. These are natural antioxidant compounds that have been studied in many areas of health. For people over 40, the practical benefit of green tea is not only its antioxidant compounds, but also the fact that it can replace sugary drinks. Many people do not realize that drinks can be a major source of sugar in the daily diet. Sweetened coffee, soda, milk tea, bottled fruit juice, and energy drinks can increase calorie and sugar intake without creating a clear feeling of fullness. If you replace some of these drinks with unsweetened green tea or plain water, you may significantly reduce sugar intake in your diet. This may support weight management, blood sugar, and metabolic health. However, green tea contains caffeine. Some people may experience insomnia, nervousness, stomach discomfort, or a fast heartbeat if they drink too much or drink it too late in the day. So, it is best to drink it in moderation. 1 to 2 cups of light, unsweetened green tea per day may be suitable for many people. If you are sensitive to caffeine, Drink it in the morning or early afternoon. If you are taking medication or have an existing medical condition, ask your doctor if you plan to drink green tea frequently or in large amounts. Green tea is not a treatment for disease, but it can be a healthier drink choice, especially when used to replace sugary beverages. At this point, you may notice that these 10 foods do not work in just one way. They support the body through different mechanisms. Fatty fish provides omega-3s. Oats provide soluble fiber. Leafy green vegetables provide minerals, fiber, and plant compounds. Berries provide polyphenols and antioxidants. Beans and legumes provide plant-based protein and fiber. Nuts and seeds provide unsaturated fats and magnesium. Olive oil and avocado help improve the quality of fats in the diet. Garlic adds natural flavor and may help reduce the use of too much salt. Tomatoes provide lycopene and potassium. Green tea helps replace sugary drinks and provides natural polyphenols. The common point is that these foods make the diet more nutrient-rich, higher in fiber, less dependent on processed foods, and more balanced. That is the most important thing. Cardiovascular health is not built by one single food, but by the overall diet maintained over time. If you eat fatty fish but still regularly eat fried foods, sweets, smoke, avoid exercise, and sleep poorly, the benefits may be limited. On the other hand, if you combine healthy eating with regular physical activity, enough sleep, stress management, and regular health checkups, your body will have a better foundation to support your heart. After the age of 40, cardiovascular health should not be something we think about only when problems appear. It should be something we care for every day, through each meal, each walk, each night of sleep, and each small choice. You do not need to change everything immediately. Start with one simple step. This week, try eating fish once or twice if it is suitable for you. Add more vegetables to dinner. Replace one sugary drink with unsweetened green tea. Choose oats for breakfast. Or replace unhealthy snacks with a small handful of unsalted nuts. Small changes, when repeated consistently, can make a meaningful difference over time. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button to support MO Health in creating more quality health content. You can also leave a comment below. After 40, which health topic do you care about the most? Heart health, blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, joint health, or sleep? MO Health will read your comments and may choose the most requested topics for future videos. Don't forget to subscribe to MO Health and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss new videos about common health concerns after 40 and simple ways to build healthier daily habits. Please share this video with your family, friends, or anyone who wants to take better care of their health after 40. Thank you for being with MO Health. MO Health, understand your health. Start building healthier habits, and live better every day.